The captain out there, the center fielder who just made a nice play, Sam Canton. And out in right field, making his first start for the Black Bears in his first appearance, is Ian Riley. First pitch called strike one to Kelly Coral, and will meet the infield from third base to first is Nick Miller. Vinny Salvione going to play in the 6th hole today. The 0-1 is fouled down the line, just foul into right field, so it's going to be 0-2 on the number 2 hitter, Coral. Playing second base today is A.J. Singer, and the first baseman, Noah Fields. Behind the plate, catching Jaden Vincent, is Connor Talixon. Just a friendly reminder, both of these games are going to be 7 innings instead of 9, since it's a doubleheader. Vincent working from the windup. The 0-2 is fouled into the netting near Edmonton's dugout. We'll do it again, 0-2. Edmonton's coming in with a record of 0-6, still looking for their first win on the season. But out of their 6 losses, 4 of them were one-run ball games, so it's not like they're getting blown out. The 0-2 called strike 3, first strikeout for the Southpaw Vincent. 2 up and 2 down to open up the ball game. That'll bring up the designated hitter. Batting third is Tommy Takayoshi, who's hitting 333 on the season. He came in late. It was a late scratch for Johnny McGill. He was originally scheduled to be the designated hitter and bat third, but it's Tommy Takayoshi who gets the late start and gets ball 1. The 1-0 from Vincent is a bit inside and low for ball 2. What can we expect to see from Jaden? He mixes in 3 pitches. He throws a 4-seam, a changeup, and he'll mix in a slider. The 2-0 is popped up in foul territory at first base, and it's going to be Noah Fields that gets it in foul territory right on the line. So a 1-2-3 first inning for Jaden Vincent. We'll be right back in the bottom of the first, scoreless.
Hi, this is Mike, manager of the Parks community.
you dry in the rain or snow. 5777200 Weather Guard.
Remember that
we got the technical difficulties all figured out, so you are now able to watch live as well. Starting pitcher for Edmonton is number 45, Kenneth Ward. Big guy, 6'6", 265 pounds, is the right-hander. He pitched against Bellingham last week in his only appearance this season. He pitched 6 scoreless innings, giving up just 3 hits. He struck out 6 batters and walked 2. Making his second appearance for Edmonton is the big righty, who works exclusively from the stretch. Let's take a look at the Cowlitz Black Bears lineup presented by Drew's Grocery. Batting first in the leadoff spot, out in left field is Carter Monda. Batting second, playing second is A.J. Singer. Batting third, the center fielder, Sam Canton. In the cleanup spot for the Black Bears today for Game 1 is the first baseman, Noah Fields. Batting fifth, the right fielder, Ian Riley. Batting sixth, the shortstop, Vinny Salvione, making his first start at short. And the 7, 8, and 9 hitters, the third baseman Nick Miller, the designated hitter Chase Elliott, and doing the catching for the Black Bears here in Game 1 is Connor Tallickson. First pitch into Monda, right at the knees for strike 1. The 0-1 is a bit outside to even up the count, 1-1. Home plate umpire is Noah Hobart, and out in the field is going to be Billy Yeager. We'll meet the Riverhawks defense in just a moment. Monda awaits the 1-1. Swings, and it's a chopper right at the shortstop, Jack Wheatley, who throws a one-hopper, and it's dropped by Marco Sana, and that'll be a leadoff base runner on the air. So that'll bring up the second baseman, A.J. Singer. Let's take a look at the keys to the game. The pitching staff's going to look to limit the walks, errors, and hit batters. The final game of the series against Bellingham, they walked 2 batters, they gave up 2 errors, and they hit 3 batters. So that's 7 free base runners the Black Bears allowed in the series finale against Edmonton. Breaking ball finding the zone for strike 1 against A.J. Singer, 0-1. And the other key to the game is keep on hitting. The runs will come. The Black Bears had 23 hits in this series against Bellingham, even though they lost 2 of the games. The bats were not the issue. They just need to string them together at the right time as A.J. Singer fouls it right back into the netting and is behind 0-2. In a small sample size, A.J. Singer hitting 200. He's 3 for 15 entering today. K.J. Ward works from the first base side of the rubber, and he'll throw over to Monda. He dives back head first and gets in there safely. Ward trying to work around the leadoff error. The 0-2 is a chopper, and the third baseman Kelly Coral cuts it off, and he'll throw over to first in time as Carter Monda and the Black Bears have a runner in scoring position here in the bottom of the first.
For the Black Bears, the center fielder, number 17.
Runner on second base and one away for Sam Canton, the center fielder. Sam played on the Black Bears last season. He plays ball at Gonzaga. He's going to be a junior this fall. I'd previously said he was going to be a senior, but it is wrong online. I talked to him on the bus on the way back from Bellingham. He said, I'm not that old. I'm going to be a junior this year. As he's ahead 1-0. Righty on lefty matchup. First lefty for the Black Bears. Canton leading the team, hitting .385. The 1-0 is hit off the pole right behind home plate. It's going to be 1 ball and 1 strike. 65 degrees and cloudy here for the doubleheader, but very comfortable at the ballpark. The 1-1, the runner goes to third, and Carter Monda dives in feet first and gets there in time. It's going to be 1 ball and 2 strikes as Monda just 90 feet away. Great ribby opportunity early on here for Canton and the Black Bears. The 1-2 is inside. A nice take from Canton to even up the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. We have 3 games in less than 24 hours this weekend against Edmonton, and a breaking ball is below the zone to fill up the count. Guest House Inn and Suites with great reviews and affordable rates. Guest House is the official hospitality partner of the Cowlitz Black Bears. Enjoy a getaway with the amenities you expect this summer. Call 360-414-5953. The payoff pitch is fouled beyond the Bears' dugout. We'll do it again. Nice at bat for Canton, making K.J. Ward work for it here in the first inning. The 3-2 is popped up in the infield at the shortstop, Jack Wheatley, and it's actually going to be the third baseman, Kelly Coral, who makes the play. So an unproductive out for the second out of the first.
Batting for the Black Bears, the first baseman, number 15, Noah Fields.
Runner on third base, and 2 away here in the bottom of the first for the cleanup hitter, the first baseman, Noah Fields, who's hitting .263 this season. He's 5 for 19. He'll face the big right-hander for the first time. He takes right at the belt for strike 1. Edmonton looking for their first win here early on in the season. They're 0-6. They just got swept by our southern rival, the Ridgefield Raptors, and before that they played Bellingham. But all very close games. 4 out of 6, just 1-run losses for Edmonton. The 1-1 hit at the shortstop softly. Jack Wheatley comes in and charges double clutches, and because of the double clutch, it is not in time. So it's going to be a 1-0 ball game here in the bottom of the first.
Now batting for the Black Bears, the right fielder, number 18, Ian Riley.
We'll see if that goes down as an error or a hit. Looks like it's going to be a 2-out RBI single for Noah Fields. He's on first with 2 outs as the lefty Ian Riley bats for the first time in a Black Bears uniform. He's ahead 1-0. Ian Riley just came from Dallas Baptist University. We'll talk about them later on in the ball game. Before Ward throws home for the 1-0, he checks on Fields, who gets back on his feet in time. Ian Riley is a junior. It was his first year at Dallas Baptist this past season as he takes a big cut and comes away empty, 1 ball and 1 strike. As a sophomore at Cloud County Community College, he was named second team all-conference. He led the team in 4 categories, including hits with 67, stolen bags with 24, walks with 45, and hit by pitches with 18. You don't want to lead that one. That one comes at a high cost. He takes on the outside corner, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Back in his sophomore year, he finished the season second on the team in batting average, hitting a whopping .345 with 14 home runs. So he's got speed and power as Ward checks on Noah Fields once again, who doesn't have a huge lead at first base. Marcos Sano holding him on. The 1-2 fouled into the netting as Ian Riley spoils that one. This past season at Dallas Baptist, not a huge sample size for Ian Riley. He went 0 for 7. We have a couple more DBU guys coming to the team shortly. The 1-2 breaking ball gets Ian Riley to freeze at the plate, and KJ Ward gets out of the first inning, but not before the Black Bears take advantage of the leadoff error. As they lead 1-0, we head to the top of the second.
Cowlitz PUD proudly supports our community and the Cowlitz Black Bears. Visit cowlitzpud.org to learn about customer-friendly opportunities like our new ride share program, which allows you to rent our all-electric Chevy Bolt. Whether you want to take it on a quick trip or a scenic drive, the first 4 hours are free, then $4 an hour after that. Again, that's cowlitzpud.org. Warmer weather is here, and what better way to enjoy a summer day than with a trip to the ballpark to watch Cowlitz Black Bears baseball. Play ball! Don't miss the action on the diamond as the Cowlitz Black Bears match up against other Western League rivals for the championship. This safe, outdoor event is a perfect outing for all. Peace Health is again a proud sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears. We have our team of medical experts on deck.
We start the top of the second inning. First pitch swinging is a cleanup man, Marco Osana. He hit a ground ball to the third baseman, Nick Miller. One pitch and one out for Jaden Vincent to start the second inning. Looking for a shutout inning after his team gave him a 1-0 lead, taking advantage of the E6 to start the game. First pitch in to Jack Wheatley, the shortstop. He takes on the outside corner for strike one. 0-1, high fastball. Gets a swing and a miss from Wheatley. And Jaden Vincent doing a nice job early on in the game getting ahead of the count to these batters. Attacking the strike zone. Vincent works from the third base side of the rubber, pretty much as far over as you can go. And he gets some ooze from the crowd as he misses just below the knees on that borderline pitch. So Vincent gets ready from the windup and gets it past Wheatley for his second strikeout of the afternoon. 5 up and 5 down to start the afternoon for Jaden Vincent.
Now batting for the Riverhawks. The left
He has yet to give up a run.
Gardner.
He's making his second appearance for the Black Bears. So lefty on lefty matchup, nobody on and two away here in the top of the second as the left fielder Will Gardner takes a bit outside and is called strike one. The 0-1, a grounder at the second baseman A.J. Singer. So 6 up and 6 down to start the afternoon for Jaden Vincent. We head to the home second, 1-0 Black Bears.
Hi, this is Mike, mechanic with the parts community.
If you drive in the rain or snow, 577-7200 Weather Guard.
Cowlitz.
Vinny Salvione will lead things off for the Black Bears here in the bottom of the second with a 1-0 lead. The righty takes strike one on the outside corner. 6, 7, 8 hitters due up for the Black Bears. Salvione, Miller, and Elliott. Vinny is 4 for 20 this season, hitting 200. But we're only a week in. So these batting averages can change drastically. One good day you go 3 for 4 and your batting average goes up 60 to 100 points. 1-1, a chopper up the third base line, and it's just foul. So it's going to be 1 ball and 2 strikes. Heritage Bank has been building lasting relationships and serving our communities for over 95 years. Stop by your local branch or visit heritagebanknorthwest.com to learn more about banking solutions tailored to your unique needs. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Salvione steps back in after he went all the way to first. It was a close play, but just foul. The 1-2 is in the dirt. It's going to be 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tomorrow's going to be the series finale. Kids 12 and under get into the ballpark for free with the paid adult. We have very nice weather here in southern Washington in June. Overcast and 65 degrees, and that's taken outside to fill up the count. 3 balls and 2 strikes for the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the second. Ward gets set, his glove near his face. Kicks and deals home, and that's up around the letters for a leadoff walk. So the leadoff man has reached for both innings for the Black Bears.
Now batting for the Black Bears, the third baseman, number 5, Nick Miller.
So runner on first, nobody out for the third baseman, Nick Miller. Nick's hitting 182. He's 1 for 11 to start out the year. A wide stance from Ward, who now comes in. It's a bunt laid down. It's a few hops as the catcher, Eddie Saucedo, unable to grab the ball in fair territory. We'll see if that's a hit or an error on the catcher. In just a moment, it's going to go down as an infield single for the number 7 hitter.
Designated hitter, number 40, Chase Elliott.
Salvione at second, Miller at first for the designated hitter, Chase Elliott, who shows bunt, pulls back, and takes on the outside corner for strike 1. Elliott, the DH today. We've been seeing him out there in right field, but it's Ian Riley out there in right field for his first start for the Black Bears today. In game 1 at least. Ward steps off the mound and throws it to Jack Wheatley. The rule is for the pitcher, if you step off, you only get 1 time to step off if you don't throw it. So you might as well throw it over so you still have that in your back pocket. The 0-1 is bunted foul off the bat of Chase Elliott. He's in the hole 0-2. We'll see if Coach Kelly Stinnett puts down a bunt sign once again with 2 strikes, or if he lets Chase Elliott swing away. Ducks on the pond for the number 8 hitter. Ward kicks and flicks home, and the breaking ball finds the inside corner and is called strike 3 on Chase Elliott.
Now batting for the Black Bears, the catcher, number 3, Hunter Hollickson.
Big strikeout there for KJ Ward. Black Bears looking to extend their 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the second. Number 9 hitter Connor Tallickson steps in from the right side. First pitch swinging is off the hands into right field. The runner is waved home. The throw in at the plate, not in time, as Vinny Salvione dives head first, and that gives the Black Bears a 2-0 lead.
And we're back to the top of the lineup for the Black Bears. Left fielder, number 7, Carter Honda.
That flips around the batting lineup for Cowlitz here in the second as Carter Monda steps in. Runners on first and second for him. First pitch he sees is a chopper at the third baseman who's charging it, and it's going to be a tough play for him, and the throw is just wide. It would have been a bang-bang play to get the speedy Monda. That'll go down as an infield single. 4th hit already for the Black. Tallickson steps in from the right side. First pitch swinging is off the hands into right field. The runner is waved home. The throw in at the plate, not in time. There's a 2-0 lead, but they're looking for more here in the bottom of the second. Bases full of Black Bears for A.J. Singer. After a long pause, Ward throws home. It's a chopper out the third baseman, Kelly Cole, who comes home for the the second out of the inning. That was exactly what K.J. Ward was looking for.
Sam Canton.
So it's a fielder's choice for A.J. Singer, who's on first base. Nick Miller was thrown out at the plate. Bases still loaded, 2 outs, and the ball's ripped into right field as Sam Canton picks up an RBI. The throw to third base, no one's at third as 2 more runs come in to score on the 2-out, 2-run single from Sam Canton. Wasting no time swinging at the first pitch.
Now batting for the Black Bears, the first baseman, number 15, Noah Fields.
Talixon scored and Monda scored. Runners on first and second, and we have our first mound visit of the game. These are the first runs given up by Ward this season. Bases still loaded, 2 outs, and the ball's ripped into right field as Sam Canton picks up an RBI. The throw to third base, no one, but they threw over to third, and there was no play there. The Black Bears with 1 run in the first and 3 runs in the second, and it's not over yet. They lead 4-0. So they have 5 hits. They're continuing to hit the ball hard. After 23 hits in the series against Bellingham, which they lost 2-1 in that series. Seventh batter coming to the plate for the Black Bears here in the second is Noah Fields. And the breaking ball a bit upstairs for ball 1. Ward gets set, delivers home, the 1-0 is fouled back. It's going to be 1 ball and 1 strike. KLOG and KUKN, your locally owned radio stations, are proud partners of Fiber Family Wednesday. Home team 100.7 KLOG has the area's only full-time live and local news team, #1 for today's country and all your all-time favorites. Cookin' Country is the #1 station in the area. Ward checks the runner at second. Singer gets back and messes with him a little bit. Tries to mess with his timing as Ward hits the bottom of the zone for strike 2. Last time up, Noah Fields had an RBI single that scored Monda. 1-2 hit on the right side of the shortstop, Jack Wheatley, who throws over the short way to third in time, and that retires the side. But the Black Bears send 8 batters to the plate in the second and put up a crooked number 3 spot as they lead 4-0. We head to the top of the third.
PUD proudly supports our community and the Cowlitz Black Bears. Visit cowlitzpud.org to learn about customer-friendly opportunities like our new ride share program, which allows you to rent our all-electric Chevy Bolt. Whether you want to take it on a quick trip or a scenic drive, the first 4 hours are free, then $4 an hour after that. Again, that's cowlitzpud.org.
Eddie Saucedo starting off the inning for Edmonton. as Jaden Vincent goes back out there for the Black Bears with a 4-0 lead here in the top of the third. Vincent gets way ahead. 0-2 against the leadoff man here in the third. 7, 8, and 9 due up for Edmonton. 0-2 is popped off up on the infield. The second baseman, A.J. Singer, gets under it for the first out of the inning. That was right off the hands. Jammed Saucedo.
Now batting for the Riverhawks, the right fielder, number 6, Brett Ott.
So that brings up the right fielder, the number 8 hitter, Brett Ott. Brett starting out the year 1-for-11, hitting .091. He lays down a bunt, and that rolls foul off the end of the bat. The Cowlitz Black Bears wearing their black uniforms today with the C logo, Cowlitz, on their left chest. And they got their black hats and white bottoms. The 0-1. Skied high into center field. Sam Canton takes a few steps back, and it finally comes down for out number 2. Jaden Vincent carving through this Edmonton lineup the first time around. As the number 9 hitter, Ren Yokoyama, steps in. The second baseman for Edmonton is 0-for-16, still looking for his first hit early on here in the 2023 West Coast League. The lefty steps in to face the southpaw, who gets called strike 1. Les Schwab Tires is proud to sponsor the Cowlitz Black Bears. When you need tires, wheels, and safety services, Les Schwab is here for you. Visit leschwab.com or stop by today. The count evens up 1 ball and 1 strike to the number 9 hitter. 1-1 fouled straight back as Jaden Vincent is getting ahead of all these batters. He has yet to fall behind in a count. Establishing strike 1. First pitches to all these batters. Doing a nice job starting out the afternoon for the Black Bears here in Game 1 of the doubleheader. The 1-2 battled off by Yokoyama, and he'll see another one. Just a reminder, both of these games today are going to be 7 innings, just like what the big leagues does. If they have to play a doubleheader instead of 18 innings, it's going to be 14 innings. And that's in the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody on and 2 away here in the top of the third. 4-0 Black Bears lead. 2-2 foul on the left side, and that's going to get out of play. Yokoyama putting together a good at-bat, making Vincent work hard for this final out here in the third. Vincent shakes off a couple times. He and Talixon now on the same page as that's fouled back into the netting. Yokoyama will see another. They're playing Yokoyama to pull the first baseman, Noah Fields, almost on the line. And the third baseman, Nick Miller, pretty far off the third base line. And the 2-2 hits Yokoyama, and that's going to be the first base runner of the afternoon for Edmonton, with 2 outs here in the top of the third.
Back to the top of the lineup for the Riverhawks.
That was the first mistake by Jaden Vincent. He retired the first 8 batters he saw. And in the 2-2 count, hits Yokoyama. So the batting lineup flips around as the center fielder, Daniel Calabrese, steps in from the right side to face the southpaw. Vincent working from the stretch for the first time. Is a high fastball. It was a check swing, and they checked with the field umpire, Noah Hobart, and he said he did not go. I'd introduced the home plate umpire as Noah, but Noah's actually out in the field. Behind home plate is Billy Yeager, who calls strike 1. It's going to be 1 ball and 1 strike. Beautiful day for baseball here in Longview, Washington, after we were rained out yesterday for Game 1. The 1-1 fouled off the helmet of Connor Talixon, and then it goes back into the netting. Talixon appears to be all right as Vincent takes a little trip around the mound to give his catcher a second. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Calabrese takes on the outside corner. And that's strikeout number 3, a strikeout in each of the first 3 innings for Vincent. So nothing doing of the hit by pitch by Yokoyama with 2 outs. We head to the home third, 4-0, Black Bears lead.
To watch Cowlitz Black Bears baseball. Don't miss the action on the diamond as the Cowlitz Black Bears match up against other Western League rivals for the championship. This safe, outdoor event is a perfect outing for all. Peace Health is again a proud sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears. We have our team of medical experts on deck to provide our community with the care they need. Bring your friends to a fun-filled time at the ballpark and make it a part of your healthy, active summer. Peace Health and Cowlitz Black Bears baseball. A great double play.
Call WeatherGuard. 577-7200. WeatherGuard!
Listen.
We get set to start the bottom of the third inning. 4-0 Black Bears. 5, 6, 7 hitters due up middle of the lineup for Cowlitz. They have 5 hits on 4 runs through 2 innings. As Ian Riley, the lefty, takes on the outside half of the plate for strike 1. Ward with a long pause. Delivers home, and that's up and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Join us for game 2 of the series 30 minutes after the conclusion of this game. And it won't start before 6:30. That was the scheduled start time for game 2. The series finale is going to be tomorrow afternoon at 1:05. 1-1 hit sharply on a couple hops to the second baseman, Ren Yokoyama. 1 up and 1 down for Ward here in the third inning.
Now batting for the Black Bears, the shortstop, number 6.
That'll bring up Benny Salvione, who led off the second inning as the Black Bears went on to score 3 runs. He walked and scored. Salvione takes a breaking ball called strike 1, 0-1. The Black Bears just finished their first road trip of the season. That was up to Bellingham. They won game 1 of the series, and they lost games 2 and 3 as Bellingham took the series in the rubber match. The 0-1 is popped, and it's going to go out of play on the right side. Salvione falls behind 0-2. It was about a 4.5-hour bus ride. The guys like to play the game Mafia on the bus. A murder mystery game, if you haven't heard of it. The 0-2 is in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes. We're going to have a segment called Black Bears on the Road once again this season. That's going to be on the Cowlitz Black Bears YouTube channel. The first one featured Sam Canton, the returning Black Bear. That'll be up on the Black Bears YouTube channel at the beginning of next week. Salvione takes up around the letters. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody on and 1 away here in the bottom of the third. The 2-2 just a bit outside to fill up the count. 3 balls and 2 strikes to the number 6 hitter. Salvione hitting .200 on the season. Milwaukee, Oregon native, plays ball at the University of Portland. He hits it off his hands. He got jammed right at the first baseman, Marco Sana, who takes care of it himself for the 3 unassisted. So 2 up and 2 down for Ward here in the third. Looking for his first clean inning of the afternoon. That'll bring up the Black Bears' third baseman, Nick Miller. Early on in the season, we've seen Miller and Salvione play third base. And usually the other one is playing DH, but both of them out there in the field as he takes strike 1. Miller at third today, and then Salvione scooted over to the 6th spot at short. Ward shakes off the first 2 pitches put down from Saucedo, but they're on the same page now. The ball's in the dirt, 1 ball and 1 strike. The flag's blowing from right to left out there in left center field. The American flag on top and the Canada flag right below it. Miller takes in the dirt and pulls ahead 2-1. Last time up, Nick Miller singled. 1 for 1 on the day. That was his second hit of the season. The 2-1 is a fastball right at his back. Ouch. So as the first hit batter for KJ Ward. Comes with nobody on and 2 away here in the third.
Hitter, number 40, Chase Elliott.
Nick Miller has now reached in both of his plate appearances. So that passes the baton to the DH today, Chase Elliott, who struck out looking his last time up back in the second. Ward throws over to first. It's a one-hopper as Marco Sana made a nice play to keep it in front of him and keep Nick Miller at first. Middle infielders playing double play depth. The second baseman, Ren Yokoyama, closer to the bag if there was a throw. Saucedo throws down after the pitch to first as Nick Miller slides back head first and gets back in time. That was taken for a ball from Elliott. The 1-0 finds the inside corner. That was a borderline pitch, but called strike 1 by Billy Yeager. Ward gets set, throws over to first base. Miller had a big lead, but he got back in time. Marco Sano holding him close to the bag at first, as they usually do. It's the only bag that you typically see every team hold on the runner every single time. It's a comebacker right at Ward, who runs all the way to first and underhands it to Marco Sana to retire the side. We head to the middle innings as the Black Bears are up 4-0 here in Game 1 of the 2-game, 7-inning doubleheader. We'll be right back to Longview after this.
Fans, head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears.
Hi, this is Mike, manager with
We get set to start the top of the fourth in this 7-inning game. in Game 1 of the 3-game series against Edmonton. First pitch swinging is the number 2 hitter, the third baseman, Kelly Coral, and he fouls that into the netting right next to the Black Bears dugout. Vincent again establishing first pitch strike. 0-1 is a bunt, and it's a good one, forcing Nick Miller to barehand it, and he makes the play. Fantastic play by the third baseman, Nick Miller. We'll take another look at that. Looking like Nolan Arenado over there at third. Or one of my favorites, Justin Turner. Charging that ball hard and making a nice, accurate, hard bullet of a throw to first. First pitch is hit into right field. First base hit of the game for Edmonton belongs to Tommy Takayoshi with a 1-out single. Vincent again establishing first pitch strike. 0-1 is a bunt, and it's a good one, forcing Nick Miller to barehand it, and it was a bang-bang play. Runner on first base and one away for the cleanup hitter, Mark Osana. Osana takes up and away for ball 1. Last time up, Osana grounded out to Miller at third. He's 0 for 1. Hitting .364 on the season, 8 for 22 entering today. As Vincent falls behind. It's a rarity here in the first few innings. He's behind 2-0. A long look over to first. He throws home, and it's popped up in the infield. In foul territory is Noah Fields, and he'll make the catch. That's the second pop-up we've seen in foul territory caught by Noah Fields on the first base side. So runner on first and 2 away here in the top of the 4th for the number 5 hitter, the shortstop, Jack Wheatley. Wheatley takes outside for ball 1. As we see Vincent fall behind 2 consecutive batters. But he's only given up 1 hit and hit 1 batter. 1-0 is fouled back into the netting to even up the count. Wheatley struck out swinging his last time up. That's the only strikeout that Vincent has on a swing. He has 3 strikeouts total, but the other 2 were looking, which is harder to do. The 1-1 is fouled on the right side, and it will get out of play as Vincent moves ahead 1-2. Let's take a look at these 2 clubs' history, or recent history, that is. The Riverhawks and Black Bears played each other in 3 games last year. After a dominant 11-1 win for Cowlitz in Game 1, Edmonton won the next 2 to take the series 2-1. 1-2 hit into right field. It will find the outfield grass for a 2-out single for Jack Wheatley. First runner in scoring position for Edmonton this afternoon. First and second, 2 down for Will Gardner, the left fielder. He was hitting .125. He's 2 for 16. He grounded out to A.J. Singer at second, back in the second. He bats from the left side to face the southpaw Vincent. First pitch on the outside corner, strike 1. These 2 teams will play 6 games this season, 3 at home and 3 north of the border up in Canada. That'll be the longest trip for Cowlitz. They will not be taking a bus on that trip. They're going to be flying. Line drive right at first base. Noah Fields makes the play. Heads up play over there at first. So nothing doing of the singles here in the 4th as Jaden Vincent strands 2 runners. We head to the bottom of the 4th, 4-0 Black Bears.
Hi, this is Mike. Again, for the park community.
777-200. Weather Guard!
We're halfway home here in game one through 3.5 of this 7-inning game. Game two will also be 7 innings. It'll start about 30 minutes after this game. First pitch taken, strike one, to the number 9 hitter, Connor Talixon, who leads things off for the Bears here in the fourth. Talixon pops it up, but it's going to go foul and out of play into the stands. Souvenir for a Black Bear fan. Talixon behind 0-2. He came up with a huge hit back in the second with an RBI single. That was his second hit of the season. He's now 2 for 11. He takes in the dirt, 1 ball and 2 strikes, as KJ Ward has a few pitches to play with. Way ahead, 1-2. A long pause from Ward. Finally delivers home and gets Talixon out in front of it. Drop third strike. Saucedo throws him out to begin the fourth. Third strikeout of the afternoon for Ward. He was yet to record a 1-2-3 inning. His only start of the year against Bellingham, he tossed 6 scoreless innings, giving up just 3 hits and striking out 6 batters. But the Black Bears giving him some trouble here in game 1 of the series. He falls 1-0 to the leadoff hitter for the Black Bears, Carter Monda, who bats for the 3rd time. He's 1 for 2 and takes strike 1, 1 ball and 1 strike. He reached on an error and scored back in the first, and he singled and scored back in the second. 1-1, a bit inside, 2 balls and 1 strike. If you're just joining us, it was Mondo who started off the game, reached on an error, and an RBI single from Noah Fields. And then in the second inning, the bats went wild. The 2-1's a dribbler up the middle. The shortstop, Jack Wheatley, makes a wide throw as Marcos Sana tries to tag him out. And was unable to. So that's going to be another error on Edmonton. And the second time Mondo's reached via error. Reached on an error and an RBI single from Noah Fields. And then in the second inning, the bats went wild. The 2-1's a dribbler up the middle. The shortstop, Jack Wheat, and the first baseman just unable to apply the tag.
Now batting for the Black Bears, the second baseman, number 2, A.J. Singer.
So runner on first and 1 out for the number 2 hitter, A.J. Singer. Hit into a fielder's choice and grounded out to third. He's 0 for 2. Entering today, hitting 200, 3 for 15 on the season. First pitch he takes at the knees for strike 1. Back in the second, 3 runs put up on the board for Cowlitz. Salvione started the inning with a walk. Ward throws over to first as Monda gets back in time. After the leadoff walk, Miller proceeded to hit a single. Elliott was struck out, and it was an RBI single by Connor Talixon. Then the order flipped around. Monda picked up a single. Fielder's choice from Singer. That was a throw out at the plate that got Nick Miller. It was a chopper right at the third baseman, Kelly Coral. And then Sam Canton came up with a huge 2-out, 2-run RBI single. And that's where we're at right now. 4-0 Black Bears lead. Monda, big lead at first, also has some speed. The 0-2. Just getting a piece of it is Singer to stay alive. Five hits for Cowlitz and 2 for Edmonton, who's looking for their first win of the season, coming in at 0-6. That's sweeper breaking ball, just missing 1-2. The Black Bears entering today at 2-4. They had a chance to win the series against the Pippins and also against Bellingham, but they lost the rubber match in both of those games. The 1-2, Singer pops up into right field for the second out of the inning. That'll bring up the center fielder, Sam Canton, who has the biggest hit of the afternoon for the Black Bears, back in the second. And then he flew out to Kelly Coral at third in his first at-bat. He's 1 for 2, leading the Black Bears in batting average. Entering today at .385. He fouls off the first pitch he sees out of play. Got to take all these batting averages with a grain of salt, only a week into the season. Monda gets back safely, had a good read on it. The play not close. It didn't have to dive back. Got back standing. Being held on by Marco Sana. The 0-1 is in the dirt. A nice stop by Eddie Saucedo to keep it in front of him. We've got promotions on our website at cowlitzblackbears.com. We have a post-game fireworks show on Saturday, August 5th. 1-1 is in the dirt. Carter Monda heads to second as he takes a big turn and will stay at second. Another runner in scoring position for the Black Bears. On June 21st, the first 150 kids 14 years and younger will receive a logo baseball giveaway. Canton moves way ahead in a great hitters count, 3-1, as time is called by Noah Hobart, the field umpire. Looks like a ball got into play on the right side of the field. So they take care of that, and Canton gets ready from the left side. Let's see what Ward goes to on the 3-1. And Canton, line drive, hit it hard. It landed on a building here at Lower Columbia College. Picture perfect day after the rain out yesterday, 67 degrees with a slight breeze. But the flag's still at the moment. The payoff pitch is ball 4 into Canton, so runners on first and second for the Black Bears here in the bottom of the fourth, leading 4-0. Canton's second time on the bases. That brings up the number 4 hitter, the first baseman, Noah Fields, hitting .263, 5 for 19 entering today. Picked up an RBI single back in the first and grounded out to short to end the second. When the Black Bears brought 8 batters to the plate, everyone batted except for Ian Riley in the inning. Fields moves out in front, 1-0. The sun is peeking through the crowds. The center fielder and right fielder in the sun, everyone else in the shade. The 1-0 hits Noah Fields on the hands. Second hit batter of the game thrown by KJ Ward. So the base is loaded once again for the Black Bears. Ward started off the inning striking out Talixon. It was an E6 that allowed Monda to score. He's on third base. And then a fly out to right by Singer. And a walk to Canton, and now a hit by pitch to Noah Fields. Ian Riley in his first 2 plate appearances for the Black Bears is 0 for 2. He struck out looking in the first and grounded out to second his last at-bat in the third. He's ahead 1-0. Ward shakes off the first pitch. He and Saucedo on the same page. The big right-handy throws home and gets a check swing, called strike 1 by home plate umpire Billy Yeager. It looked like Riley did go around. That was the right call. A long pause. Ward steps off and throws over. Like I mentioned earlier, you only get one time where you can step off and not throw over. So he keeps that in his back pocket still as an option. You can throw over as many times as long as you make that throw to a base. That breaking ball is outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. I'm Joey Senna saying thanks for joining us on the Cowlitz Black Bears Radio Network and on YouTube Live. At home, you can watch on the video. And on the road, it is audio only. 2-1 is popped up into shallow right center field. It's going to be the second baseman, Ren Yokoyama, who settles under it to end the inning. We head to the top of the 5th. The Black Bears with the 4-0 lead. We'll be right back to Longview right after this.
Last chance to stop.
Cowlitz PUD proudly supports our community and the Cowlitz Black Bears. Visit cowlitzpud.org to learn about customer-friendly opportunities like our new ride share program, which allows you to rent our all-electric Chevy Bolt. Whether you want to take it on a quick trip or a scenic drive, the first 4 hours are free, then $4 an hour after that. Again, that's cowlitzpud.org. Warmer weather is here, and what better way to enjoy a summer day than with a trip to the ballpark to watch Cowlitz Black Bears baseball. Play ball! Don't miss.
We begin the top of the 5th inning. The Black Bears up 4-0.
For the Riverhawks, catcher number 12, Eddie.
Southpaw Jaden Vincent remains on the bump for Cowlitz. Delivers first pitch, ball 1 to Eddie Saucedo. 7, 8, and 9 hitters due up for Edmonton here in the top of the 5th. Taken on the outside corner right at the knees, called strike 1. That was a borderline pitch that Vincent got the call on. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's fouled back into the netting. 1-2 off the pole. Edmonton wearing gray pants and baby blue tops as Vincent hits Saucedo to start the 5th. That's the second batter that Vincent has hit.
The right fielder, number 6, Brett Ott.
He hit a batter back in the 3rd, and hits one to start out the fifth for a leadoff base runner for Edmonton. So Brett Ott will have an opportunity for a second time. He flew out to Sam Canton in center his last time up. First pitch swinging is hit to the opposite field and left, and it's Carter Monda who dives for it and makes an unbelievable catch in left. Full extension for the first out of the inning. So runner on first, and one away for the number 9 hitter, Ren Yokoyama. Hit by a pitch his last time up. He's 0 for 16 to start the year, showing bunt, and it's bending foul. 0-1. Vincent, a long pause and a long look over to Saucedo at first. 0-1, hit at the second baseman, double play opportunity. The throw over to first is in time. 4-6-3 inning ending double play as the Black Bears get out of the top of the fifth. Middle 5, 4-0 Black Bears. First pitch swinging is hit to the opposite on it to make. That was the first out of the inning. We'll be right back to David Story Field after this.
It's the action on the diamond as the Cowlitz Black Bears match up against other Western League rivals for the championship. This safe, outdoor event is a perfect outing for all. Peace Health is again a proud sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears. We have our team of medical experts on deck to provide our community with the care they need. Bring your friends to a fun-filled time at the ballpark and make it a part of your healthy, active summer. Peace Health and Cowlitz Black Bears baseball. A great double play.
Call WeatherGuard. 577-7200. WeatherGuard!
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com. Head to the store and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears.
New pitcher for Edmonton is going to be Zach Kirklewich. A tall southpaw. First pitch swing is Vinny Salvione, and he flies out to center. Daniel Calabrese barely had to move on it. Hit right at him. One pitch and one out for Kirklewich to start the fifth.
For the Black Bears, the third baseman, number 5, Nick Miller.
So after one pitch and one out, Kirklewich will face the third baseman, Nick Miller, who is 1 for 1. He singled back in the second and was hit by a pitch his last time up in the third. He takes out the knees for strike one. Kirklewich is from St. Albert, Alberta, north of the border. upstairs to even up the count. 1 ball and 1 strike. Working from the windup with nobody on. The 1-1 is a bit outside. 2-1. Longview Physical and Sports Therapy, providing quality physical rehabilitation services to clients throughout Southwest Washington. A proud Black Bears partner with an exceptional combined professional experience. Miller takes strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The sun peeks out, and now everybody's in the sun now. Not just the right fielder and center fielder. And the 2-2 hit into right field for a 1-out single for Miller, who's now 2 for 2. That brings up the DH, Chase Elliott. Looking for his first hit today. He struck out looking in the second and hit a comebacker to KJ Ward back in the third. Kirkowicz working from the stretch for the first time. The runner goes. The throw down is a good one, and the tag is not in time. Nick Miller had a great jump. Even a nice throw by Saucedo wasn't able to get Miller. Another runner in scoring position for the Black Bears. They have 4 runs on 6 hits, no runs on 2 hits for Edmonton. In this 7-inning game here in Game 1 of the doubleheader. Couple looks back into second, and the breaking ball hits Chase Elliott in the back. Runners now on first and second as Elliott's holding on to his right shoulder. That was a stinger. There's been 3 Black Bears hit by pitches here in Game 1 of the series as the home plate umpire Billy Yeager gives Elliott a moment. Elliott remains in the game, but that'll leave a bruise and he'll be sore tomorrow. Runners on first and second here in the bottom of the 5th for the number 9 hitter. Connor Talixon struck out his last time up in the 4th and hit an RBI single in the 2nd. First pitch swinging is Talixon, hit into right center field, and it finds the outfield grass for a second single of the game. Talixon's first multi-hit game this season for the Black Bears. He's now 2 for 3. Bases loaded once again. With only 1 out as the batting lineup flips over, it's going to be Carter Monda, who will bat for his 4th time today. He's 1 for 3, but he's reached in all 3 times due to a couple E6s. First pitch swing is a line drive into center field. 1 run in to score. Another run being waved in. The throw cut off as the Black Bears tack on 2 more runs here in the bottom of the 5th.
Now batting for the Black Bears, the second baseman, number 2, A.J. Singer.
2-run single from Carter Monda, who's now 2 for 4. Runners on first and second for A.J. Singer, who takes ball times due to a couple E6s. First pitch swing is a line drive into center field. 1 run in to score. Another run being waved in. The throw cut off. Singer ahead 1-0. And that's in the dirt 2-0. Do you like free food? If you order through the McDonald's app, you earn free points towards free sandwiches and more. Plus, they have daily deals to help you save. You can even complete your order using the app and skip the drive-thru line by using the curbside option. I'm loving it. 2-0, a swing and a miss as Singer swings out of his shoes for strike one. Singer 0 for 3, a fly out and a couple of ground outs. The righty awaits the 2-1, and that's fouled out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes. We hope you can join us for Game 2 of this doubleheader. It'll be 30 minutes after the conclusion of this game, but it will not start if that is before 6:30, which was the scheduled start time for the middle game. The 2-2 is hit hard into left field, and that gets down, rolling all the way to the fence. 1 run is waved in on the RBI double for A.J. Singer.
Make another donation through the Nourishing Neighbors program for every double the Black Bears hit this season. That'll be
Finally, the Black Bears are being rewarded with runs after they got 23 hits against Bellingham,
Now batting for the Black Bears.
but not a lot of runs to show for.
Canton.
Now it's finally coming around for the Black Bears. They have 7 runs on 9 hits. Runners on second and third for Sam Canton. He takes outside for ball 1. The 2-2 is hit hard into left field, and that gets down, rolling all the way to the fence. 1 run is waved in. Score after he singled. Nice sweeping breaking ball from Cowlitz that finds the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. Monda on third, Singer on second. The 1-1. Right below the knees. It's called ball 2. The wind picks up a little bit in left center field. Both flags flying. Kirkowicz gets set. Fires home, and that's fouled back into the netting. Back in the second inning, 8 batters came to the plate. Right now, Sam Canton's the 7th here in the 5th. 2-2, Canton is ahead of it and fouls that on the right side out of play. Hitting the top of a building, Lower Columbia College. The science wing over there. Norpac, your local Norpac pepper mill, has been providing customers with quality paper products for more than 37 years. Check out our copy paper on your next Costco trip. 2-2 in the dirt as the count now full. The Edmonton Riverhawks have the Canadian flag on the back of their jerseys. The 3-2 has popped up into shallow right center field. The center fielder, Daniel Calabrese, comes in, and that keeps Monda at third. That fly ball just too shallow for Monda to try to tag up from third.
Now batting for the Black Bears, the first baseman, number 15, Noah Fields.
So the 8th batter of the inning is the first baseman, Noah Fields. This is exactly what happened back in the second. It was Vinny Salvione who started out the second inning just like he started out the 5th. And Noah Fields ended the second inning, who was the 8th batter of the inning with a ground out to third. Fields 1 for 2. He was hit by a pitch his last time up and had an RBI single back in the first. 0-1 is hit hard but foul behind head coach Kelly Stinnett, who is beyond the coaching box in third. That's always funny to me. There's coaching boxes both on first base and third base, and the coaches are never in it on either side. It's just kind of there for the looks. The 0-2 is hit sharply right at the second baseman, Yokoyama, who will finish the inning. So after the Black Bears send 8 men to the plate, they come away with 3 more runs here in the bottom of the 5th. In the 7-inning game, we head to the top of the 6th. 7-0, Black Bears lead as Jaden Vincent gets sent back out there for the top of the 6th.
To trade directly with Black Bears.
Hi, this is Mike. Mechanic with Parts Community.
If you die in the rain or snow, 5777200 Weather Guard!
We start at the top of the 6th, and it's going to be a leadoff single for the leadoff man, the center fielder, Daniel Calabrese. With his first hit of the afternoon, he's now 1 for 3.
Now batting for the Riverhawks, the third baseman, number 1, Kelly Coral.
Top of the lineup for the Riverhawks to start the 6th. Now batting is the third baseman, Kelly Coral. First pitch swinging, hit towards the right side of the shortstop, Vinny Salvione, who makes a long throw, and it gets by the first baseman, who throws back over. I think it was Cowlitz, the catcher, who threw back over to third. It's going to be an infield single for Kelly Coral. And then maybe an error on Noah Fields that allowed Daniel Calabrese to advance to third. Runners on the corners for Edmonton here in the top of the 6th. Really the first jam that Vincent's been in. It's a ground ball hit at the second baseman. Singer throws to second for 1 and to first in time. 4-6-3 double play. That does score 1 run, the first run of the ball game for Edmonton. But at this point in the ball game, the Black Bears will take 2 outs for 1 run
Now batting for the Riverhawks,
as they lead 7-1.
Mark Osana.
That was a nice turn up the middle by the second baseman, Singer, who had to move towards his left, towards first base, thrown across his body to second. And then a nice hard throw from Salvione that got Fields off the bag, but Fields able to return to the bag in time. Top of the 6th. Really the first jam that Vincent's been in. It's a ground ball hit at the second baseman. Singer throws to second for 1 and to first. Nice job getting back to the bag in time. The 2-0 pulled into left field for a 2-out single for Mark Osana.
Now batting for the Riverhawks, the shortstop, number 2.
That'll bring up the number 5 hitter for Edmonton, the shortstop, Jack Wheatley. He's 1 for 2, singled back in the 4th and struck out swinging in the 2nd. First pitch he sees just below the knees, 1-0. 1-0 is skied into left field. Carter Monda in front of the warning track makes the catch.
Right at the bottom of the 6th. Your score, Riverhawks 1.
And Edmonton gets on the board, but thanks to the double play, the Black Bears kill a big inning opportunity for Edmonton. We head to the home half of the 6th. 7-1, Black Bears lead.
This summer, so come to Story.
Cowlitz PUD proudly supports our community and the Cowlitz Black Bears. Visit cowlitzpud.org to learn about customer-friendly opportunities like our new ride share program, which allows you to rent our all-electric Chevy Bolt. Whether you want to take it on a quick trip or a scenic drive, the first 4 hours are free, then $4 an hour after that. Again, that's cowlitzpud.org.
We get ready for the bottom of the 6th. 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Black Bears. First pitch is a soft hit ground ball up the middle, and the second baseman eats it. And that'll be the first hit as a Black Bear for Ian Riley. It's his first game as Dallas Baptist University. Their season came to an end just this past week. I'll get into that in Game 2 of the doubleheader, so you got to stick around. After the leadoff single, Vinny Salvione flies out to right with the first pitch he sees. 1 away.
Now batting for the Black Bears, the third baseman, number 5.
That brings up the third baseman, Nick Miller. He'll face Sexton for the first time. The new pitcher for Edmonton, southpaw. Gets it past Miller on a foul tip, strike 1. Big lefty, 220 pounds, 6'3", from Abbotsford, British Columbia. The 0-1 runner goes. And Ian Riley gets into second base safely with a stolen bag. Black Bears with a 7-1 lead here in the bottom of the 6th. And if you're just joining us, the doubleheader today, both 7 innings. 1-1 is fouled out of play on the right side. It's going to be 1-2. Sexton has made 1 appearance for the Hawks this season. He pitched 1 inning against Ridgefield 4 days ago on June 6th. 1-2, hit into left field, and it is the shortstop Jack Wheatley who gets it into his glove. The throw home is in time, and the throw over to first not in time. So that's going to be a single for Nick Miller, who's now 3 for 3. A 3-hit game for the third baseman. He's got 3 singles. And Ian Riley got thrown out at the plate. So still 7-1, runner on first and 2 outs. Before Chase Elliott gets a first pitch, Sexton throws over to first to check on Miller. Miller with a good-sized lead. Elliott fouls the first pitch he sees into the netting on the right side behind home plate. In the one inning that Sexton pitched against Ridgefield, he gave up 1 run. It was unearned. And he gave up 1 hit and walked 3 batters in that appearance. Gets a swing and a miss from Elliott as Sexton moves ahead 0-2. It was a nice throw by Will Gardner to get Ian Riley out at the plate. As Elliott's out in front of that one, first strikeout for Sexton ends a 6. We head to the top of the 7th, the last inning here in Game 1 as the Black Bears are ahead 7-1.
Transit Longview.
Warmer weather is here, and what better way to enjoy a summer day than with a trip to the ballpark to watch Cowlitz Black Bears baseball.
Play ball!
Don't miss the action on the diamond as the Cowlitz Black Bears match up against other Western League rivals for the championship. This safe, outdoor event is a perfect outing for all. Peace Health is again a proud sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears. We have our team of medical experts on deck to provide our community with the care they need. Bring your friends to a fun-filled time at the ballpark and make it a part of your healthy, active summer. Peace Health and Cowlitz Black Bears baseball. A great double play.
Call WeatherGuard. 577-7200. WeatherGuard!
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears.
Top of the 7th, 7-1, Black Bears lead. They're looking to keep Edmonton winless this season, entering today 0-6.
Gardner.
New pitcher for the Black Bears, taking over in relief for Jaden Vincent, is Nick Silva, who gets ahead 0-1 of Will Gardner. 6, 7, 8 hitters due up for Edmonton. Gardner, Saucedo, and Ott. The big right-hander throws home, and that's fouled out of play on the left side. Silva quickly ahead 0-2. Silva, originally from Miami, 6'2", 205 pounds. He plays ball at Cal State Bakersfield. 0-2, fouled again as Gardner stays alive. Silva's pitched in 2 games this season for the Black Bears. 2 innings against Bellingham and 1 inning against Yakima Valley. And the 0-2, just a bit up and out. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Against Bellingham, Silva pitched 2 scoreless innings, picking up the save in that game when the Black Bears won 4-3. The 1-2, Gardner just gets a piece of it to stay alive. In that outing, Silva gave up 2 hits. He struck out 3 batters and 8 batters faced. And against Yakima Valley, he pitched 1 scoreless inning, not giving up any hits or walks. He recorded 1 strikeout against Yakima Valley. Gardner making Silva work here in the top of the 7th. Fouling off numerous pitches. The 1-2 is fouled back, and we'll do it again. Silva coming in with a 1-0 record as well, picking up the win in Bellingham. The win and the save went to Silva up north. The 1-2 is taken below the knees. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Second double-digit hit game for the Black Bears. 2-2 is lifted in the air. It's a pop fly to the shortstop, Salvione. And finally comes down for the first out of the 7th.
Now batting for the Riverhawks, the catcher, number 12.
That'll bring up Eddie Saucedo. He was hit by a pitch his last time up in the 5th and flew out with a infield pop-up in the 3rd. He's 0 for 1. Lefty digs in and takes inside for ball 1. Silva works exclusively from the stretch, nobody on. That limits the movements that the pitcher has to make as he gets a called strike 1. We're seeing more and more pitchers do that. They say, why do I have to work on pitching from the windup and then once someone gets on, I have to move to pitching from the stretch. Might as well just keep it the same, keep it consistent all the way through. Silva ahead 1-2. A big deep breath. And just outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Harbor Food Service, your preferred food service partner for the last 25 years and the proud concession supplier for the Cowlitz Black Bears. Eat, drink, be local. 2-2 is in the dirt to fill up the count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody on and 1 away here in the last inning, the top of the 7th. 3-2, soft grounder, hit right at Singer at second. 2 up and 2 down for Silva here in the 7th. Jaden Vinson with another great outing for the Black Bears.
Number 6, Brett Ott.
Giving up just 1 run in 6 innings. Gave up 5 hits. First pitch, off speed, finding the strike zone. 0-1 for Silva. Just below the knees, 1 ball and 1 strike. Office system. We've called Longview home for over 30 years. We're different from the big guys because we're a small Southwest Washington company that's involved in our community. The 1-1. Fouled. We understand the needs of today's small to medium-sized business and go that extra mile to keep you up and running. Toshiba, Canon, Samsung, HP, and Sharp are just a few of the makes that we service. We service just about any copier or laser printer. Our prices can't be beat. We are committed to providing the best value for the money. Silva, the 1-2, and that's fouled back by Ott, who stays alive. Edmonton down to their final strike here in Game 1 of the doubleheader here on Saturday afternoon. Silva, a long pause and a look in, and that's in the dirt. And it's called strike 3 as it gets past Talixon. Thought it was in the dirt because it got past him. That was my mistake. So that will go down as a strikeout for Silva, but Ott is standing on first base. 2 outs, runner on first for the number 9 hitter, Ren Yokoyama, who grounded into a 4-6-3 double play his last time up and was hit by a pitch back in the 3rd. He's 0 for 1, showing bunt. And that bunt goes over the netting. Wow, you don't usually see that off a bunt. as a young Black Bears fan comes away with the souvenir to make his weekend. 0-1, bunted again, and that rolls foul. Silva way ahead, 0-2. Yokoyama searching for a hit. He is 0 for 17 to start out the season for Edmonton. But unfortunately, that's baseball. The 0-2 is in the dirt as Ott will go to second base. On the defensive indifference, they will not go down as a stolen bag for Ott. Silva checks back at the runner. The 1-2 is inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two hit softly at the third baseman. Miller is going to have a tough play at first. And Yokoyama slides into first for an infield single, his first hit in this 2023 West Coast League season.
Out of the lineup for the Riverhawks, the center fielder, number 15, Daniel Calabrese.
Sometimes just an infield single like that will get Yokoyama going. Sometimes it's bloop singles, infield singles will do it as well. First pitch is in the dirt to the leadoff man for Edmonton, Daniel Calabrese, who bats for the 4th time. 1 for 3, singled and scored. The only run for Edmonton back in the 6th. The 1-0 up the 6th hole as another run will come in for Edmonton. It is now 7-2. 2 for 4 day for Calabrese. So runners on first and second for Edmonton. But Silva just searching for one more out. First pitch swing is Coral, and that's foul. A line drive out of play. Coral is 1 for 3. He struck out looking back in the first. That was one of 3 strikeouts for Jaden Vincent, who had another nice outing for Cowlitz. 0-1 is below the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike. Back in the 4th, he grounded out to third and singled back in the 6th. 1-1 is hit hard right back where it came from, up the middle. Station to station goes the Riverhawks, and they have the bases loaded. After a couple quick outs, Silva got a strikeout of Ott, but the ball got past Talixon, and that allowed Ott to reach on the drop third strike, and then 3 consecutive singles for Edmonton. They refuse to go down without a fight as they're searching for their first win of the season. We have a mound visit. Pitching coach Justin Parrish out there talking to the big right-hander, trying to calm him down. Searching for just 1 out here in game 1 of the doubleheader. The designated hitter, the lefty, will dig in.
Number 14,
Tommy Takayoshi. He got penciled in late. It was Johnny McGill who got the late scratch. He was originally in the 3 spot for Edmonton. First pitch is ball 1. Takayoshi 1 for 3. Grounded into a double play his last time up. He takes strike 1 on the outside corner. Still not panic mode yet for Cowlitz. The tying run is on deck. Silva gets set, kicks and deals home. A 1-1 breaking ball is a beautiful one. And that's foul tipped into the mid of Talixon as Silva moves ahead 1-2. Edmonton down to their final strike once again here in the top of the 7th. 1-2, waved at and missed. And Silva ends the game on a strikeout of Takayoshi.
Cowlitz Black Bears 7.
The Black Bears move to 3-4 on the season, and Edmonton moves to 0-7 as the Black Bears take game 1 of this doubleheader. Thanks for tuning in for game 1. Next game will be
Our next game will start
at 6:30.
Concession stands will stay
And
open.
thanks to Mika,
So will all the merch tent.
I'm Joey Senna saying so long from Longview.
Fans
And
hanging out
see you
at the
soon.
ballpark, you are welcome to